What up, what up, what up? This is your man Dre Day, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own. Once again, I want to thank y'all all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Once again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Hit them comments, hit the like button, even share the podcast. Hit the alert button so then that way once the video drops, voila, you get a notification that your boy dropped a new video. Speaking of videos, y'all see the title of this. This video here is to acknowledge. This video here is to acknowledge and to congratulate the Minnesota Lynx on winning the 2024 Commissioner Cup. So congratulations are in order to the Minnesota Lynx on winning the Commissioner Cup, the 2024 Commissioner Cup, and the WNBA. Now, with that being said, before this season started, I will admit, when the season first started, in fact, before the season even started, I said that it would be a rematch of the WNBA Finals with the Aces and the Liberty. That was my prediction before the season started. We are now probably, I'm not even going to say half the season, I'll say a quarter of the season. And I got to be honest with you, the Minnesota Lynx are looking very legit. Very legit. If you said before the season started that the Minnesota Lynx will be 13-3 right now, if you're not from the city of Minnesota and you said that, I commend you. But if you thought it, then you're lying. Because we all thought that Minnesota was in a rebuilding stage. Clearly, they don't see it that way. And right now, they are playing legit basketball, and just winning this Commissioner Cup just proves that they are legit, they are the serious deal, and they are a force to be reckoned with, okay? Right now, they are currently third in points per game. They're averaging 85 points a game. They are second in field goal percentage at 45%. And not only that, they play some good defense. They play real good defense. They are second in blocks and steals. They're averaging 6 blocks a game, and they're averaging 8 steals a game. So they're doing their job on defense as well. They're not one of these teams that's just out there scoring a bunch of buckets and can't stop nobody. They're actually doing a damn good job on defense over there with the Minnesota, out there in Minnesota. So the reason why I say they're legit is this. I said that the Aces and the Liberty were my favorites to be the rematch of the WNBA Finals this year. The Minnesota Lynx have taken care of both of them. They have won both. Well, actually, I believe they played the Aces twice this season, and it's split 1-1. And they played the Liberty twice and beaten them twice. They beat them, a few weekends ago in Minnesota. And then they beat the Liberty yesterday at the Commissioner's Cup, 94-89. So they're legit. Just off of beating those two teams, they are legit. They're not the Connecticut Sun, who can't beat neither one of them, all right? But that's neither here nor there. Naphessa Collier. This is someone who I've watched since she played at the University of Connecticut. And this season, she's been very good and very amazing since she's been in the WNBA. But this season in particular, I know a few weeks ago I did a video and I called it MVP Asia because of the tear that she was doing at that time. I now have to renege. Because right now, at this present moment, Naphessa Collier currently is my MVP right now this season in the WNBA. She is averaging a career high in all statistical categories, in all of them. In all of them, she is averaging a career high. She's averaging almost 21 points a game. That's a career high. She's averaging almost 10.5 rebounds. That's a career high. Okay? She is averaging 3.5 assists a game. That's a career high. She's averaging almost 2.5 steals. Career high. And in blocks, 1.4. Career high. So just off that alone, career highs in all categories, and her team is winning, yes, she's my favorite right now for the MVP. On top of what Asia is doing. I get it. She's putting up amazing numbers. But it gets to the point where we have to stop rewarding people MVPs because they keep getting numbers that we expect them to get. Me personally, I feel like giving it to someone who's deserving of it. And if the Minnesota Lynx continue to do what they're doing and Naphessa Collier keeps putting up these numbers, it's only right that she wins MVP. It's only right. And it's not just her. Kayla McBride is going to work. But she's always been this way. She's been killing it since she was at Notre Dame. You know, she's been putting in work for quite a long time. When she was with the San Antonio Silver Stars, before they moved to Vegas, it became the Aces, and now with the Lynx, she's been putting in work. But she's killing it behind the three-point line. Killing it. Shooting 46% from the three-point line and even averaging her own 16 points a game. Like, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing out of the Minnesota Lynx this season. They are legit. And I think that game, that commissioner game against the Liberty, they wanted to send a message. Because in that second quarter, it kind of looked like the Liberty was going to run away with the game. But then that second half came and Minnesota just stepped up. They answered the bell. Bridget Carlton, I think that's her name. Lights out. Like if you wanted to have a statement game to let people know that you've arrived, that was the game right there. Because I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I found out that the Liberty was gonna play the Lynx, even though I know the Lynx are good, I thought it was gonna be a foregone conclusion that the Liberty was gonna win. It's in New York, even though it's not in Barclays. They was playing at the UBS Arena, which is in Long Island. I thought the Liberty was going to win the game. So I totally underestimated the Minnesota Lynx. And I apologize for that. I will take accountability for that. But they are legit. They are the real deal. And again, with the team that they have, they got some dogs, okay? You got Naphessa Collier as the leader. Then you got Kayla McBride. You got Courtney Williams, Alana Smith. I just said Bridget Carlton. The only issue that I have with the Minnesota Lynx, there's only one bone I have to pick with them. And that's the Utah rookie, Alyssa Peely. Like, I wish they could find a way to get her in these games. Because she's only had one standout game this year, and that was against Phoenix. And that was a while ago. But I understand that this Minnesota team, they got a lot of good players. And remember, she's a rookie. So it's hard to get a rookie in there when all of these players are playing well. But that's the only bone I have to pick with the Minnesota Lynx. That's it. And then mind you, they're doing this without Diamond Miller, who's out with an injury. So just imagine what they would be doing if she was out there. But yes, congratulations again to the Minnesota Lynx on winning the 2024 Commissioner Cup. Now, for those of y'all that don't know what the Commissioner Cup is, let me at least indulge y'all on what it is. Two teams One team in the Eastern Conference, one team in the Western Conference. I think for like a good 2 weeks or so, every team plays each other, and I guess you can call it the Commissioner Cup tournament. The two teams in each conference that have the best record goes to a neutral well, you're supposed to go to a neutral location, but in this situation, you can't. Technically, it's neutral, even though it's in New York. It wasn't in Barclays. They played in Long Island, but the Liberty still had home court advantage. So I don't know how you call that neutral. But anyway, the Eastern Conference team and the Western Conference team plays in the Commissioner Cup. The winning team is rewarded with $500,000. And we already know when it comes to the WNBA and their money, this is big. So these teams take the Commissioner Cup very serious, especially when they get to that title game. Being that the Minnesota Lynx won, each player on that team is rewarded $30,000. And then the MVP is rewarded an extra $5,000 for winning the MVP. So Naphessa Collier, she got $35,000. She got the $30,000 because her team won, and then she gets the extra $5,000 for winning the MVP. And then the losing team, each player gets $10,000 each. So everybody gets money. It just so happens that the Lynx, being that they won the cup, they get rewarded $500,000. So, listen, once again, congratulations to the Minnesota Lynx. I think they put every team, well, I'm not going to say every team. I think they put the Liberty and the Aces on alert that they are for real and they are legit and they are coming for them. I think that's what they said. I think that's the message that they sent last night in that game. So once again, congratulations to the Minnesota Lynx. Like I said, I truly believe that Naphessa Collier right now, currently, is my MVP. And I believe that Coach Cheryl Reeve is Coach of the Year. I truly believe it. And another thing I like before I go, the one other thing I like about the Minnesota Lynx is this. When they play their home games, which they're 9-1 by the way, if they get a win, they electric sliding after their victory. Now, there are some of the girls on the team that need to step their game up with the electric slide. But listen, Naphessa Collier and Kayla McBride and Courtney Williams, they be going off. Like, you know they got some soul in them. You know they got some soul in them because they be killing it with their electric slide. But again, congratulations to the Minnesota Lynx on winning the Commissioner Cup. And listen, usually the teams that win the Commissioner Cup, they go on and do some good things. Whether they get to the title game or they win the championship, they do some good things. I think 2021, Seattle won. 2022, the Aces won. Now, obviously, we know they won the championship that year as well. Last year, the Liberty won. They didn't win the finals, but they won the Commissioner's Cup and they went to the finals. Now this year we got the Minnesota Lynx. So can they do the sweep like the Aces did in 2022 and win the whole thing? We gonna find out. We are definitely gonna find out. But once again, man, congratulations to the Minnesota Lynx on winning the 2024 Commissioner's Cup. Your boys got to get up out of here. Again, I want to thank y'all all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Once again, I implore you, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Hit them comments, hit the link, hit the like button, share it, all that good shit. Hit the notification button so every time a video drops, bam, you get it at your disposal. So once again, thank y'all all for y'all continued support. Y'all already know how it goes. This has been another video from Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all be safe out there. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.